Could we see the Texas border security methods used as a model nationwide? Let's check it out.
Border correspondent Jorge Ventura joining us live with more on this. And Jorge, some Texas methods include the increased troops there, razor wire fencing, the controversial buoy barriers. Do we expect that this will spread elsewhere?
Well, Natasha, according to new Trump's Border Czar Tom Homan, he says yes, he had high praises, as you mentioned, for Texas Governor Greg Abbott. Both the governor and Homan singing the same tune when it comes to tackling illegal immigration. Now, Homan was here in Texas on the border to view the operation himself. He said that according to under Governor Greg Abbott's Operation Lone Star, the illegal crossings in the Lone Star state have decreased by 86%. Governor Abbott also saying that Homan is the right man for the job. Now, since Operation Lone Star was launched back in 2021, authorities have apprehended over 500,000 migrants and made nearly 49,000 arrests, many involved in violent felonies. Holman's message was very clear in his visit here in Texas, saying that this operation is a model for the entire country as the Trump administration works to secure the border. Also, Governor Abbott has pushed to expand border security measures, including adding additional of that razor wire barrier. This week, Texas secured a legal victory when federal appeals court ruled that the state does have the right to build these barriers, while Texas has produced results. These achievements haven't come cheap. Operation Lone Star has cost taxpayers nearly $11 billion so far, with each mile of border wall construction averaging around $25 million.
Look, I'm okay with my tax dollars going to this effort. Yeah, it's expensive. Excuse me, it's expensive, but I mean, it's for the safety of our state and our country, so I do not mind paying this money out of my tax dollars to fund border security.
Additionally, the state of Texas is ready to help the incoming Trump administration when it comes to speeding up those deportations. Texas has now offered the Trump administration 1,400 acres of land in Starr County along the southern border. Land Commissioner Don Buckingham says that the property previously linked to smuggling and trafficking will be used to build processing facilities that could fast-track those deportations. Now, Tom Homan did speak to News Nation Now earlier today to explain how that land will play a key role. Take a listen.
So I haven't got the plan fully baked yet, but that offer is great. It's going to save the taxpayers a lot of money from acquiring land separate from this. So we'll use that for distribution. We'll use that for logistics. So the plan's still being worked, but I appreciate Governor Abbott's willingness to help us out with that land because, again, it saves the taxpayers a lot of money by doing that.
And also, the state of Texas has began building new border wall on that same property. And once again, Holman saying that he wants the model of Operation Lone Star carried out for the entire country. Natasha also spoke to Texas DPS, who says that a priority for them would be to start off with migrants that have already committed crimes who are in their jails right now. But Texas DPS saying they're still waiting for those exact details on how those mass deportation operations will carry out here in the Lone Star State.
Okay, I appreciate those details. And Jorge, there's another alarming increase at the border this week. I know you've been monitoring unaccompanied children being found. And I know you've been tracking the specific case of a 4-year-old little girl who was found with just a note with a name and a phone number on it. You spoke with the girl's mother. What did she tell you?
Yeah, so we're seeing this really new disturbing trend in Maverick County, Texas. And just this past week, Texas state troopers encountered over 100 unaccompanied minor children. Now, we were able to make contact with a woman claiming to be that little girl's mother. She says she's in South Carolina. Right here, Natasha, these are new photos that the mother sent me today. These are actually from the smuggler. In this photo particularly, if you look at it, it looks like the little girl's being held in a stash house in Mexico. And behind her were even more children, probably likely also traveling alone. Maybe their parents are here in the United States. The mother explaining to me the dangerous journey that she put her daughter through by placing her in the hands of multiple smugglers all the way from Honduras.
Thanks for watching. Go to join.
Now, this sounds like it's a different story than what I found online. If there was a 5-year-old girl who was caught with a human smuggler and her mom lives in North Carolina, she paid $8,000 to get her across the United States, and the smuggler said he was getting paid $1,000. So yeah, crazy stuff happening at the border. There was another story where a 10-year-old boy was found by himself, very scared. Now, this is inhumane. Democrats call this inhumane because we're on border security. This is inhumane right here, what they're doing. Yeah, let's keep going. Texas may bus migrants to ICE facilities rather than sanctuary cities.
Texas officials are considering a plan to bus migrants directly to ICE holding centers so they can be quickly processed for deportation, according to a report in the New York Post. The proposal would be a continuation of Operation Lone Star and has not been approved by Governor Greg Abbott. A Texas government source told the Post, "We spent a lot of taxpayer money to have the level of deterrent that we have on the border, and we can't just walk away." Since Operation Lone Star began in 2021, Texas has spent $11 billion deploying National Guard and Department of Public Safety officers to the border, in addition to building new sections of border wall. It's unclear exactly which facilities they plan to send migrants to, but there are 20 ICE detention and processing centers throughout Texas. President-elect Trump's incoming Border Czar Tom Homan said Governor Abbott has not discussed the plan with him. Homan told the Post, "We're going to help them finish this job and secure Texas, and we're going to work in partnership. And Abbott doesn't have to worry about this administration suing him to secure the Texas border." Since April 2022,
That is good. That is refreshing to hear, because Governor Abbott in the state of Texas, we went toe to toe with Joe Biden and his administration to secure our border, to secure our own state's border, and to protect the country and to protect the people of Texas. Why are they suing us for protecting our state? That shows you where their heads are, what they want.
Texas has bused approximately 119,000 migrants to sanctuary cities across the country, most notably New York, Chicago, Denver, and Washington, D.C. A report in the Texas Tribune revealed that as of February, the state has spent $148 million on the one-way rides. The officials cited in the Post report said the state would be reimbursed by the federal government under the new plan. The Texas Land Commissioner announced she'll provide the Trump administration with 1,400 acres along the Rio Grande River.
All right, so we've talked about that already, but is it possible that Governor Abbott helped Trump get reelected by sending illegal aliens to sanctuary cities? I mean, because think about it, he brought a lot of attention to the border crisis by doing that, and people were fed up. I mean, he was sending them to a lot of blue cities, but it got people out to the polls. I think he brought attention. He brought attention to the problem. He brought attention to a national spotlight, and people across the country were able to see what's going on in Chicago, what's going on in New York. I believe he sent some to Philadelphia, and he won Pennsylvania. So there's that. But I think it's very possible that Governor Abbott shed a big light on the border crisis and helped Donald Trump win re-election. So shout out to Governor Abbott for doing what he did during the Joe Biden's term and holding down the line. So I think he did a great job. I mean, he did. There's some criticisms there, but in the past, I was a little leery about the busing migrants to sanctuary cities. I wasn't sure if he was going to follow through on that, but he did. And yeah, you can't just say, well, he should be sending him across the border. You can't do that. He can't legally do that. So next best thing is send him to sanctuary cities, and they have to feel the brunt of the problem there. But all right, guys, I'm going to leave that right there. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Thank you. Take care.